What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. I'm going to actually explain how I'm stuck in the middle, and I'm stuck in the middle between the populist left and right is where I really am. And there's two political ads that really put this on display for me, and I want to talk about them. First one, populist right, Michelle Fiore. She's a primary candidate for governor of Nevada. Let's watch what she has to say.
I'm Michelle Fiore, and I'm running for governor. I spent my whole life fighting the establishment. I was the first female majority leader in the Nevada Assembly and one of the first electeds to endorse Donald J. Trump. And you better believe I was attacked for it. Washington Post called me a gun-toting calendar girl. And Politico magazine said I was the Lady Trump, and I don't care. We need outsiders, fighters, not the same old boring, moderate, compromise, blue blazer politicians. Let's start with a three-shot plan. Ban vaccine mandates, ban critical race theory, and stop voter fraud. The Joe Biden administration is coming after me. I'm Michelle Fiore, and I'm ready for the fight.
All right, that's Michelle Fiore. There's a lot to get distracted by in that. People are chatting online about her outfit, her appearance, and for me, whatever. It's not as appealing as this next ad for me personally, but that's not substance. I'm not endorsing either one of these people. I literally just found out about them. I'm digging into who's running now, and these are the first two that stood out. 2.6 million views on that. What it came down to, three big topics: no mandates, no critical race theory, and voting integrity, no voting issues. She used the gun wisely. As a side note, pro 2A, obviously. So I'm for all those. I believe those are populist messages from the right. Let's take a look at the other side of the aisle. Let's go from Nevada to Pennsylvania. Running for the 18th district in Pennsylvania, Summer Lee.
Growing up, we heard a lot about the glory days of Braddock. From the theaters to the shops to the crowded Main Street, Braddock was supposed to be the American dream. But I never knew that town. Our labor made the steel that built America. But when the mills left, our communities paid the price. We watched the people with money and power make our kids sick with asthma, break our unions, and then blame us for the blight and crime. Braddock's story is America's story. One America for the folks who benefit from division and exploitation. Another America for those of us who've been doing the heavy lifting all along. I'm ready to bring the fight I've been in my whole life to Washington. From organizing for environmental justice to becoming the first Black woman elected from the state house from Western Pennsylvania, I've learned a valuable lesson. The rich get richer and we get sicker until the day we realize we outnumber them. The day we stand up and say, this is not a sacrifice zone. This is our home. Right here in Western Pennsylvania, we've been building a movement for Green New Deal, Medicare for all, racial and economic justice, and strong public schools. I'm Summer Lee. I'm running for Congress, and we're not taking any of their corporate PAC money. If poor and working people come together, we can fix our country.
There you go, Summer Lee for Congress. That ad was really good. Now, I'm not talking about just the appearance, like I talked about Michelle Fiore's appearance and that. That ad, the style in that ad, we'll get to the substance, is more appealing to me. I like them both. That's why I'm in the middle. But that was a really well done ad. No questions from me about that. Props to them. I think that was... I'm going to look it up. I'm going to try and talk while I look this up. I believe she's a Justice Democrat, which hasn't always worked out well, to be honest with you. But let me just look that up real quick. Summer Lee, I believe she's down with the Justice Democrat, same as AOC was. Yes. JusticeDemocrats.com candidate. They sold me on AOC. So I will tell her the ad is really good, but I'm burned because of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but I'm not going to let that affect me how I think of Summer Lee, because I have to learn who she is. I'm not going to pass my the part of me that I feel like I got catfished politically by AOC to her. She had good stuff in there. When the Mills left, what does this sound like to you? This is the progressive left. Who does this sound like? What does this sound like? Talking about Braddock in Pennsylvania. When the Mills left, it was supposed to be the American dream. What does it sound like to you? Money and power, people with money and power left, made our kids sick, then blamed us. Or you could say, move the plants, and now people are on opioids and whatever, and blame us. And she's trying to use the climate change justice in there, but just take that out of it. It sounds like Make America Great Again, doesn't it? That piece right there where she was talking about the mills leaving, American jobs leaving, it sounds exactly like Steve Bannon and Make America Great Again. Steve Bannon has literally uttered the exact same stuff. Steve Bannon has literally uttered tax the rich, and I guarantee you Summer Lee would agree with that. It's frustrating. I like populist left and right. Let me show you. This was David Doyle. You look at Michelle Fiore, and again, she said, no mandates, no critical race theory, voting integrity. You would be like, everyone would agree with those three things, right? Not the populist left.
But there's a different way to do it. So she used it for vaccine mandates, to end critical race theory, and to eliminate voter fraud. Three things that are not issues. These are not problems. But she made them into problems here in this ad. That's what she's focused on.
They laugh at it. Here's my conclusion. I just hate to say it, but I want to be honest. We are too far apart. And we can't do anything. When I say we, I mean us and the populist left or right. The populist left, they believe that they have people in Congress, at least. Maybe they count Bernie in the Senate, maybe Ro Khanna, I don't know. But really they're talking about Ayanna Pressley, Ilhan Omar, all that, Jamal Bowman, of course, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, all they're counting. We've got those in there. But what have they brought home for you? Almost nothing. I mean, almost literally nothing. Populist right, they could say, hey, we had Trump. Trump only had 4 years. What did he bring home? Apart, we get nothing. We don't get any of these. There is no Green New Deal. There is no Medicare for all. We'll get to the racial stuff in a second. There is no fighting mandates. We'll get to the CRT. And there's no voting integrity. Apart, we have nothing. We are getting nothing. So my conclusion is we've got to get together. The establishment, left and right, they are lockstep in. They play fight a lot. Like during the Obama era, Mitch McConnell versus Obama. That was an establishment fight that had nothing to do with common people. They are in lockstep. That's why they bailed out, Republicans and Democrats bailed out the big banks in 2008, 2009. They were in lockstep. We get nothing apart. But then also, we can never come together. That's why I'm in the middle. The populist left, you heard David Doyle. He's laughing at the top three issues that I care about, and those are the populists, many on the populist right care about. He's literally laughing about them like they're not even a thing. That's your opinion, that's fine. But what you see is we can't come together. And what, for me, something that's non-negotiable is this word justice. The way that they use the word justice doesn't correspond with me. It doesn't align with the Constitution. I'm out. I'm done. If you start talking about racial justice, I'm out. It's garbage. It's trash. It doesn't fit with the Constitution. all it does is create a battle of hierarchy within intersectionality of I'm a black man, I'm a white this, I'm a woman this, and you guys just all fight for they got this, I want this. It's really disgusting. So I'm out. That's non-negotiable for me. So I'm out on that, even though I love her ad on the left. She has to do that. That's what they want. So what's the point of this? I think it has to fall under libertarianism. I came out of the closet recently as a constitutionalist libertarian or a libertarian constitutionalist. If Vosh can be a libertarian socialist, which he can, I could be a libertarian constitutionalist. I think we don't. Here's what I want to do. I don't want to fight anymore. Like with the David Doyle left or the Jimmy Dore left and the Jack Posobiec right and the Steve Bannon right. We don't need to fight. Let's agree on libertarianism or some form of it. Basically, all that would be is decentralizing things so that you're happy in your area with your racial justice and your Green New Deal and Medicare for all. And then in another area, whether we could break up the states, create different state lines or keep them, whatever the case may be. In other areas, we'll do what we need to do to make sure the elections are accurate. There will be no racial justice. There will be no CRT, racial justice as they mean it. The Constitution would still be in place. I don't know what their Constitution would be, but it doesn't matter. No beef. I don't want to cause any beef. And damn sure no mandates. I think Dave Smith asked, he said, what strategy do you think will work? And I tweeted at him, I don't know if he'll be able to respond. Maybe that's it. You get populist left. We don't want to argue with you. You think Steve Bannon is racist? Fine. Populist right, you think Summer Lee or AOC or whoever else is crazy? Fine. But we both agree libertarianism so we can both be happy in our own different countries. I don't know what you even, tribes, I don't even know what you call it. But our government, how it stood, has lasted for centuries. Let's try something different. Let me know what you think. Take care.